almost there. We're almost get to go drink more and have more pizza, so just bear with me a little bit. I'm going to be talking about networking, or why I hate that term, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But it's also just relationship building in the video game industry. It's not working. I got to click it. You said arrow button. You lied to me.
What is it?
I just had to click the mouse. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. It's fine. So who am I and my origin story? I am Aenne Schumann. I'm also known as Peachy Aenne or Sharky Aenne on the internet. My origin story is I started out, much like many of you, playing video games as a child. I love them. I love the stories. Eventually, I started writing fan fiction because who doesn't? Fan fiction is really cool. And then eventually I was like, you know what's really cool? Playing video games at an event called PAX. And I was like, how do I get to PAX for free? Because it's really expensive to get to PAX. So me and my friends all got together. We started an indie video game news and review website called Press to Reset, where we did a lot of work, and eventually we got free media passes to PAX. Went there, did the news and reviews, played games, made friends with a whole bunch of developers, and then one day I realized, hey, I can turn those stories that I want to create into video games. So eventually, by meeting all these people that I met at PAX, I applied for a couple of video game jobs, got hired, and then one of my friends came to me and was like, hey, let's make a video game together, and we did that. So I am the narrative designer slash producer slash writer slash person that wears a million hats on Arcade Spirits. I also was one of the writers on The World Next Door. You can find me at Peachy Aenne on the internet. Now it's doing the thing. There we go. Okay, networking, AKA why I hate this term. So what is networking? This is what I just pulled off of the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Networking is a process that fosters the exchange of information and ideas among individuals or groups that share a common interest, and may be for social or business purposes. Professional connects their business network through a series of symbolic ties and contacts. So why I hate this term is because networking implies that you're going to use this connection with the benefit that you're going to benefit from it. So you're essentially using it to further your own position. That's why I don't like the term. And those people do exist out there. There are people in the industry that will befriend you and then use you to sort of benefit their own position. And that's why I don't like the term networking. So instead, I like to use the term relationship building, because it's like any relationship, you both gotta put some effort into it, you both gotta communicate, and it's more beneficial. You both benefit from a relationship versus networking. But why? Why do I have to network? Why do I have to build relationships? One, if you make a phenomenal game, but no one's there to share it with, did you actually make a successful video game? Are you actually gonna profit from it? Does it actually exist if no one's there to play it? One, you also get to share it with people, right? And you get to make friends along the way. If you're building these relationships, then it's not only for business, it's for pleasure. You get to meet all sorts of wonderful and amazing people right within your communities. And it's a great opportunity as well. You never know what's gonna happen with that person that you meet. You may become best friends with, let's say, Jenny, and then all of a sudden Jenny's like, hey, I really like your game, and I'm gonna stream it for you. And there you go, you have her community invested in your game already. And I'm not saying this because, like, don't make friends just to take advantage of these people and see how that's gonna benefit yourself. Like, be genuine in it. Like, Jenny's a really good friend, and I'm very excited when she plays my game, and I want to do the same for her as well. The other aspect is, it's the who you know mentality in the video games industry, and in that regard, it makes it also sound very predatory, but friends hook each other up, right? Like, once again, Jenny and I are good friends, we help each other out with our games. Same thing. I would go to any of my other friends that have games. I want to support them as much as they support me. So I want to play their games on stream. I want to tweet about it. I want to share as much as I can. How to build relationships, AKA what the rest of the talk is going to be about. I couldn't find a fun meme for this one, so I just went for basic Shutterstock photos. I hope you're okay with that. One, be a decent human being. I know this may seem silly or trivial, but there are a lot of, I'm gonna say it, shitty people out there in the video game industry. So, just a reminder, if you're a kind-hearted individual, kindness will come back to you. Learn how to talk to people. Most people don't have this as an innate skill. We have to learn how to do it. This is something we do every single day. Go to events. Be supportive of each other. Have an online presence. We've talked a lot about online presence today. And build a community. So how to talk to people. 1, be genuine and kind. I went all out on the memes for you guys, for you, everybody. People can see right through you. If you go up with the intent of, I'm gonna take advantage of the situation and see, just to get myself to the top of the ladder, people are gonna see right through it. Be genuine, be kind, be honest with yourself, be yourself. Treat people with respect. People are people too. Like, I'm not gonna go over there to this person's game and like diss the game because I don't like it. Like, they put a lot of hard work into it. It's simple. Treat people like people. Share common interests. We all love video games, that's why we're here, right? Already we have this common interest. So if you find something that you both share, it begins very easy to have a conversation with somebody. I mentioned like Myers-Briggs and personality quizzes, also knowing about different age brackets and horoscopes. One, because some of these may seem a little more trivial than other, but it's just a reminder that there are so many different types of people out there, and the way that people interact with each other is completely different. Like the way that my grandmother used to talk to me is 100% different than how I interact with my friends on a daily basis. So just, yeah. I'm not a stubborn old German woman, I promise. But just keep in mind that everybody talks to people differently, and once you're more aware and mindful of that, conversations with people will become a lot easier, and you can just be like, I can flow through this conversation because I know what to expect. The other thing is important is know when to end a conversation. Once again, it goes with respecting people. People have time, commitments, they have places to go, they want to talk to their other friends, stuff like that. So if you are investing time in this person, know when you're like, hey, thank you so much for your time. I have to go talk to other people. I know you have other people to talk to. Know when to just duck out, and that's totally fine. And then lastly, practice, practice, practice. I'm lucky enough that I've worked in veterinary medicine for 12 years, and most of my job, while involves talking to or petting cute animals, it also involves educating and talking to people all the time. So, you know, I wasn't born with the ability to just start talking to people. You just got to do it over and over and over again. So, now that we know how to talk to people, who wants to role play with me? Don't raise your, Will, come on up here. We're gonna role play. Live action networking.
I really need a D&D fix somehow.
Okay, so you're a wizard. Put on your wizard cloak and your hat. Good, good. Hi, Will. Well, you have to be in the camera for the presentation. Okay. Hi, Will, I'm Aenne. It's so nice to meet you. You're gonna make this real difficult, aren't you? Hi. So I see you're here at the PIGSquad Talent Talks. If you could do any talent talk, what would you want to talk about?
D&D.
D&D is great, isn't it? What's your favorite class?
Not Bard.
Why you gotta sass me like that? Get out, you were done with this role play. No.
That was rude.
No, it's just, look at that. Will respected my time. We ended the conversation. We had some good discourse going. We're good friends. And we'll talk about D&D at a later date, too.
I'm sure I'm going to talk to a lot of people about D&D at a later date, probably. Saying that.
It's true. All right, events. Events are a great way to build relationships, meet a whole bunch of people. I'm gonna get really annoying about this. Bring business cards. If you don't have a business card on you right now, think about getting business cards. Always. Because when you're at an event, much like the PIGSquad Talent Talks, or if you're at POBA and you're meeting a whole bunch of streamers, or if you're PAX and you're getting stomped over by 1,000 people, you're not going to remember each and every single person you talk to. I know I can't. I meet hundreds of people at PAX. There's no way I'm going to be able to remember Chris from other Chris from 52nd Chris. Bring business cards. Get their business cards as well, so that way you will remember in the future. Another thing, don't be afraid of, is to reintroduce yourself multiple times. I feel like for me, I have to meet someone at least 5 times to remember exactly who you are, what game you're making, how do I know you, first of all? Like, did we meet at a drunken party? I can't remember. It's fine. So don't feel embarrassed that you have to reintroduce yourself, and don't forget to introduce yourself. I'm really bad at that. I just always assume that everyone knows each other, which they don't. So be like, Will, have you met my friend Jenny? You should talk. And people understand this as well. If you've ever been to an event, most people are like, I know, I'm the same way. I can't remember someone that I just met yesterday for 3 minutes. So don't be embarrassed about stuff like that. Have a proper headspace. Go in with certain expectations. Be prepared for it. PAX and other events can be super overwhelming. So if you're gonna get overwhelmed, that's okay. Like, PAX overwhelms me a lot of the time. Know that there's the AFK room you can go to. There are places you can bow out. Respect yourself, respect your body, respect your mind. If you need to take like an hour off of the show floor, do it. It's fine. Reinvigorate yourself. But know your limits, definitely. And have fun. Like, you're at these events to have fun, play video games, and meet new people. The other thing that you can do is follow up after event. So you've got all your business cards that you collected, your 157 business cards. Go through at the end of the event, follow them on Twitter, send them an email saying it was great to meet you. A simple follow-up means a ton. And it means that you're taking that effort and going that extra mile so that they're gonna come back and probably go that extra mile with you. Sharing the love. Let's do it. We're all here sharing with each other right now, which is fantastic. We want to support one another, right? We're all indie devs. It's really hard in the world out there to get your game to be seen. So why not tell your friends, share with your family, do whatever you have to do to support each other. That's what it's really all about. I want to support each and every one of you with your games because they're important to me. You being successful means that I get to share and enjoy your success, right? It's not a competition. We're all in this together. You can support each other in very simple ways. Tweeting about their game. If you stream their game. You know, just telling, word of mouth means so much to us indie devs. Tell your good friend about it. Be like, hey, I really like this game, The World Next Door. You might like it too. You can bring people together. If you think something is cool, tell other people that they're cool. Be like, hey, I know that Corey and Jenny like the same thing. Maybe I'll hook them up together in this really cool game. It's as simple as that. By boosting others, you boost yourself. The other thing to keep in mind, don't expect anything back. Once again, be genuine with this. If you're expecting like, oh, I'm gonna tweet about Jenny's game and she's gonna come back and then tweet about my game and then she doesn't, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're doing this out of the kindness of your own heart. You're not doing it because you're expecting something back from them. This is just a picture of me sharing a really cool game from Samurai Punk. They're amazing New Zealand devs, and their game Feather just released recently, and it's really good. Another thing that we hear constantly over and over is have an online presence. Marlo already did a fantastic job about this at the last Talent Talks, so if you want to learn more about having an online presence, go check out her past video. But basically, to sum it up in a couple of sentences, everything is online nowadays. Post on social media, be engaged with the industry. Follow other cool devs, follow everyone that's here. That's starting to build a relationship. Making friends online is just as valid as going to events. Not everybody can go to PAX every year. It's really expensive and time consuming. Most of us are making games at this point. We don't have time to do that. But making friends online is just as valid, as we've seen like people get romantic relationships through online. Like it is a completely valid source to find people and become friends with. Join online groups. PIGSquad has an online group. The Portland POBA has an online group. There are many different places that you can join that are online where you can share your ideas, you can promote each other. You know, just Google it and it'll be there. The other thing that I have down here is streaming games. I know we just talked a lot about streamers, and if you aren't a streamer, maybe invest some time in getting to know about that. One, you get to build your community, so you get to see other people stream games. You also get to maybe stream game dev. Maybe people are really interested in what game you're making. That's another way to meet people or have people come find you at the same time. It really helps me. I stream twice a week, and it forces me to play video games and take a break. So that's my tidbit that really doesn't work in a relationship building, but you deserve to play video games. Don't forget to do that. And in talking about building community, communities are absolutely important to your game. You are going to build a relationship with the people that play your game, regardless if you want to or not. That's why they're there. Do not ignore them. Engage with them. Talk with them. Enjoy the moments that they enjoy with them. Be sad in the moments. If you have sad moments in your game, be sad with them. Like, this is why you created this game. You need to foster it. You need to cultivate it. You need to share love and everything. Put all your passion into the community. There are various ways to create a community. You can go through Discord. You can have your Twitter, your Facebook, Twitch. Do it through events. Everything that you're doing creates a community, and then you can grow that community, and it can prosper and include more and more people. At the same time, you also have to have a healthy relationship with your community, which means distancing yourself from your community as well. You can't let them dictate your game, your vision, your life. So make sure that there is some disconnect from you and your community. If you're too invested in your community, it's just gonna burn both of those bridges, you know, and then it's not gonna be good for anybody. Another thing that helps build your community, hire a community manager, unless you have all the time in the world to build your own community, which I know most of us don't because we're too busy building our games, right? That is their job. Their job is to foster the community for you. Another way that you can build your community is to sell swag at events. Even if it's a t-shirt that maybe only 2 people buy, think of how grateful that fan or that person is gonna be to be able to buy that t-shirt because they want to support your game. Even if you don't make a lot of money, it's more about being real with those people and being able to connect with those people more. I just have a couple of other last tips that I couldn't fit into the other slides. One is stay humble. It's true. You just have to be genuine and be humble sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you get these really cool experiences in life where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't think of anybody famous except for Chris Pine right now. For some reason, Chris Pine is playing your game and tweeting about it. That's amazing. But at the same time, you just gotta be like, this is cool. Like, be humble about it, but enjoy that wonderful thing that happens. Once again, have fun. Building relationships is about making connections with people and having lots of fun and being able to make as many friends as possible. Know that you'll make mistakes, and that's okay. We're not perfect, we're human beings, so sometimes you're gonna fudge it up, and you may not have a really good talk with somebody, and you may have not been successful with that relationship building, but that's okay. We just learn from that mistake, and we go forward. And lastly, this takes time. I've been doing events in the video game industry for 7 years now, so I've had a lot of experience. So don't be too hard on yourself if you find this really frustrating in the very beginning, and sometimes talking to people is difficult. So just know that this takes time to build up a community, to build up all these different relationships, and that's okay. And questions, if you have any. I'm sorry, I've babbled a lot. Go for it.
Do you have any advice for somebody who's sort of like starting from nothing
Excellent.
So I don't really have any network at all right now. And it seems like you meet people through the people you know, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure where to start.
The question is where to start if you don't have anything. Look around you. What do you see? You see people that are in the same position as you. You can outstretch your hand, shake your person next to you. So if meeting people in person is too stressful, go online. You can talk to people through PIGSquad online. You can talk to people through other Discord communities that are focused on game dev as well. And that way there's not so much pressure on you being out and physically talking to people. I think that's a good way. Start by posting on PIGSquad. I mean, you're doing a great job right now. We're talking, right? We're building that relationship. What's your name?
Garth.
Gart?
Garth.
Garth. Garth, it's so nice to meet you, and I wish you so much luck on your future projects, and I'm really excited to see what you create. There you go. We just did it. It's perfect. Anybody else have any other questions? Shoot.
I understand business cards are super important, but I don't really have like a defined role, and right now my profession is student. So like, what do I put on there?
Student. The question is, if I don't have a defined role, what do I put on my business card? You can put that you're a student. That's totally fine. What are you studying?
Accounting.
Perfect, accounting student, there you go. Put your social media contact on there. I'm worried about phone numbers and Skype, if you still do Skype, just because sometimes having too much, sorry, that's a dig at Skype. Sometimes I'm worried about having too much personal information, depending on like, if it's for accounting business, then you probably want more personal information, your phone number, so people can hook up with you and pay you for accounting skills. But if you're just trying to build more friendships, put your Twitter handle on there, put your Instagram handle on there, put whatever social media, your Facebook group, if you have one as well. That's a good place to start. Your name, if you're comfortable putting your name on there as well, or your handle, or whatever is most comfortable for you. Also, a side note about the business cards, don't ever hand me a business card that is not a business card shape. I will lose it. If it's super tiny, I'm gonna think that's super cute, but I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna get lost. Just go standard business card. Trust me on this. Any other questions?
Do you have a Rolodex?
I don't have a Rolodex, but I do have a desk drawer that is filled with every business card I've ever collected. Yeah, yes.
If you're hiring a community manager or thinking of working with one, what kinds of things would you recommend looking for to make sure that, one, they're good generally, and two, a good fit for you?
Look at their social media, see what they tweet, see what their Facebook posts are, see if they've done any other work for other games in the past. You can sort of see, like, on the game's Twitter, what they're all about. I always ask them, what is their plan for content creators? Because if they don't have a plan for content creators, you don't want to work with them. Content creators, I think, are becoming, like Jenny was talking about with streamers as well, those are going to be more beneficial to you in the long run than I think, a review online. So people are going to be more engaged with that kind of stuff. So if they don't have a plan for content creators, I would not work with them at all, because that's the wave of the future, right? That's what's going on right now. So that means they're keeping up to date with things and they're researching stuff. Does that answer? Oh, sorry, the question was, how do you go about looking for a good community manager? All right, anything else from you wonderful, beautiful people? No? All right, thank you for letting me talk. I appreciate it.